All right.
Good afternoon, fans, and welcome to Eau Claire, Wisconsin and Emmanuel Lutheran High School for this afternoon's game between the Lancers and the McDonell Max. And look who's back up in the booth.
Surprise! Hey, it worked out, Dave. It's all serendipity. We want to thank Sam Nauman and Jonah Albrecht.
Sam Lisek
and Jonah Albrecht for letting Rob and I sit in today. They were scheduled, and they kind of set it to the side. Rob was able to get off work, and I just came up on the whim. So you get us today and a little bit of insight, and boy, does it feel good to be here, Rob, huh?
Boy, it sure does. I hope I can pull off a broadcast. The last one that I've done up here was the Lancers against McDonell.
Oh, my. Well,
and, of course, that unforgettable game last year.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, without a doubt. Many of them. Today is going to be an unforgettable game. It's one of the reasons why I came up is I had to see this game in person. It's going to be a good game, and it's going to be close. So, it's going to be fun to watch and fun to announce. We're waiting for our camera guy, so I'm doing half and half. Rob, I think it's about time that we at least give our audience a little lay of the land about the teams here. And what do you know about McDonell?
Well, this game, of course, Matt, is a rematch of the regional semifinal from last year. That thrilling victory for the Lancers, a 43-41 win here. Just an unbelievable back-and-forth type of game. This year, Matt, the teams are, well, I would say not playing at that same level. Not either team, really. The Lancers, of course, losing four starting seniors. That's been the story all year.
Right.
Is, inconsistency, their youth. And I haven't had the opportunity, unfortunately, to see as many of the games. You have, of course. But a big thing for the Lancers, especially today, because I'm sure they're going to see that press from McDonell, is the ability to handle the basketball and not make silly turnovers.
Right. And the other thing that I was thinking about when we were talking about this, Rob, is also being fundamentally sound down in the paint. A lot of times when we'll get a rebound, the ball is down by our waist. We don't get it above our heads. And with a team like McDonell, they're going to take it away from us. We're not very good on the ball handling, so in the paint, don't put the ball on the floor. Either make a pass or go to the hoop.
And the Lancers are going to be hampered even more in the ball handling category, Matt.
Yeah.
They'll be without Johanna Meyer. She was injured in the Lancers' win at Alma Pepin, and she is not suited up today.
Yeah, I talked to Joe before the game, and it's a contusion on that left ankle, and it's still bruised. She doesn't even really have a lot of motion yet on it, but she is putting weight, and she's thinking about practicing on Monday. What ended up happening, if you've ever been to Pepin, that place is tight, so the walls are really close, and Joe was going for a ball out of bounds and ran right into a post that's sitting there. So I asked her if it was somebody in the team or pushed him. She goes, no, it was myself. So, it's an unfortunate injury. Joe's had a few there. You think about the McDonell game, that away game too as well. She just gives it her all, So it's going to be hard to not have her, because probably taking up most of the slack for the ball handling is going to be, the youth of Abby Nauman, who, when I do see her, she has kind of the fundamentals, and the want and the will, but she won't attack the rim, and that's one thing that Joe was doing before she was injured, was she would attack the rim, and her three-point shooting was getting better in the last two games. That's one thing the Emmanuel team has not done well, which you'd have thought they would have done well, is make the three-pointers this year.
Right. Matt, the Lancers come into this game at 7-5. As I mentioned, they won their last game against Alma Pepin. They won that one by a final of 59-33. They are 7-5. They're 5-3 in the conference, sitting 2 games back of Eleva Strum and a game and a half back of Independence.
Yeah, Eleva Strum at 7-1, Independence at I think
7-2.
7-2. So Yeah, and then so is there much room for them to make up in the Dairyland, small Dairyland? Yeah, probably. But a win today is the type of confidence booster. This team, I'll tell you what, Emmanuel, I've seen them enough that all of a sudden they'll go on these spurts, and you're like, the team does play together like a team. Even probably more so because they don't have Abby Nauman or Abby Hine to rely on to take up the slack when the games get tight. The problem is, again, that youth and really lack of, the ball handling just drops off after Emily Hine and Joe Meyer considerably.
We'll see what the Lancers will be able to do. Let's just go over their leading scorers on the season. Rachel Shazer leads them with 11.6 per game, followed closely by Emily Hine with 10.4 and Joe Meyer with 10.3. Kind of drops off then from there.
Yeah, the rest of it, don't expect, if any of those people get more than 4 points, that's going to be amazing. I think they're going to have to. Fact is, I think that they're going to have to come off the bench and make a few points. Abby Bernthal, starting to make some points. She's gotten around the basket, guys. I tell her, Melrose Mondovi game, a couple of games, she has put herself in the right position. Ball just hasn't gone in the hole. So, her coming up big and strong in the middle, those things are going to, keep this in. Emily Hine, definitely I would like to see her shoot that three-pointer early and start making them off and open up that McDonell defense a bit.
Now, Matt, as far as McDonell here, we're going to see a lot of the same players that we saw last year in the two games that the Lancers actually swept the two games that they played last year. Basically the same team. But, Matt, this is the team that comes into this game 4-11. They're just 2-8 in their conference. Now, they play a tougher schedule than the Lancers. Their conference is made up of a lot of Division IV teams.
D3s.
But this is not a high-scoring team. They're going to want to play good defense and keep the scoring low. They're coming off a loss to Elk Mound, 68-42. They played last on Thursday. As far as their scorers, they're led by Tessa McChesney. She has 10.1 per game. Jalen Knowlton, 9.3. And then Josie Verbick, who is a freshman this year. We'll have to keep our eye on her. She is their third leading scorer, scoring about 8 per game. And then Sydney Schemenauer with 6.8 per game.
Yeah, we were surprised that Schemenauer had fewer points. Maybe she's got more assists that we weren't seeing. Maybe she's sharing the ball more. That's a little surprising for me, but I'm interested in seeing what the freshman does, this Verbick.
All right, about 30 seconds from the national anthem here. And we apologize for, in fact, let's take that booth number down.
Yeah.
Just hit this title button there, because we don't need that.
Right.
If you guys remember from last year, the text line, and many of you who are watching, I'm sure, have Matt's number programmed into your phone, but if you don't, his text line, 608-886-7776, the Matt Shazer hotline. Text us early and often tonight.
Yeah.
Or today.
Absolutely. Do it. I'm ready for you.
And here comes our national anthem.
And your Emmanuel Lutheran Lancers. Please stand and remove your hats for the singing of the national anthem.
Our national anthem as performed by the pep band, and we will now have the announcement of our starting lineups.
In addition, for your safety, please be aware of the possibility of ball and player and the bleachers during the competition. Thank you and enjoy the game.
All right, we've just had our rites of passages.
Senior number 5, Jalen Milton.
You guys out there can cheer all you want.
Junior number 21, Danny Byer. Junior number 23, Preston McPherson. And junior number 31, Becca Heitke. The Macs are coached by Shannon Tansey. And now for your Lancers. Junior number 12, Emily Hine. Senior number 14, Rachel Shazer. Junior number 24, Becca Nauman. Senior number 30, Abby Bernthal. And sophomore number 42, Cara Meyer.
All right, the Lancers go with Hines, Shazer, Nauman, Bernthal, and Meyer. For McDonell, they go with Knowlton, Schemenauer, Byer, McChesney, and Heidke.
All right.
Saturday matinee.
Yeah.
In
Nice
the bar
to have
in
you in.
Eau Claire. We get ready for the tip. Schemenauer against Shazer.
Boy, those two played against each other already, so they know each other
Oh, yeah.
from last year.
And here's the tip. It's one back, and Danny Byer has it, and here we go. Byer over to Knowlton on the right. Knowlton wants to get to the basket. She's fouled by Emily Hine.
Boy, that's been kind of, Emily Hine has gotten early fouls in a lot of the games.
And she's going to need to stay out of foul trouble,
Yes,
Matt.
completely.
Knowlton will take the three from the right. She got it.
Oh, my. That was a perfect shot, boy.
Good start for McDonell. They
And
go up
here we
3-0.
go. Press, press, press. We knew that was going to happen.
Here's Bernthal. Bernthal throws it over to Shazer. And the Lancers are across the timeline. Back to Bernthal at the point, getting it to Hine. Hine on the inside to Bernthal. She dribbled it off her foot. No, we're going to have a foul called. It's going to be a foul called on Becca Heidke.
Yeah, I think Becca Heike fouled her before that ball hit her foot. But that's
what the referee thought also.
Nice play. She's getting in the open.
To the top, Bernthal. Over to Nauman. Now back to the top, it's Shazer. Shazer left wide open.
Yeah, but that is just not going to be her shot. Here we go. Little penetration.
Bernthal picked up her dribble too quick. Gets it over to Hine. Hine float
Nice
pass into
pass
Cara
in.
Meyer with
That's
the
how
left. Got
you
it.
quit.
That's a nice little play there for the Lancers.
Good start for the Lancers. That's a great play. We can do that a lot on this team. We're going to have a little bit of a height advantage.
3-2 ball game. Here's McChesney on the right, back to the top, and Byer swings over to Knowlton. Knowlton dribbles, gets it back to Byer. We saw Knowlton run the play. There's McChesney with a three. It won't go.
Boy, and they're
McChesney almost had her own rebound, but she hit it out of bounds.
Yeah, and Lancers were just kind of, they were boxed out, but they're just kind of standing and looking, waiting for that ball to drop.
Here's that press, ball to Emily Hine, gets it to Shazer in the middle, and over
Nice.
to Bernthal. Tough pass into Shazer, then tries to get the bounce to Cara Meyer. It's going to be off of McDonell.
Yeah, I thought Schemenauer kicked the ball, too, right out of bounds. That's good. If we can break that press early, guys, this is going to be good for the Lancers.
So far, so good in that. You're right, man.
Yeah, passing out of it, too, not trying to dribble out of it.
Emily Hine,
Nice.
the quick three. It's short. Meyer got a hand on it,
pickup.
got it over to Bernthal, and she's fouled.
All right.
Good play there by Cara Meyer.
Yeah, and now trying to get McDonald into early foul trouble could be very helpful.
That's already the second foul on Heidke, and so that's going to bring in Josie Verbick,
Who
the
gives
freshman.
up? I mean, yeah, but look at the room she's going to give up on anybody height-wise.
She looks like a freshman.
Yeah.
There's Bernthal. Getting it out to Shazer. Shazer wants to try to get to the basket.
Nice
She'll pull
stop
up,
and
take
pop,
the shot,
and
rolls
gets the
in.
unit roll.
4-3, the Lancers lead.
886. So their text number is going to come up on the screen, guys.
Here's Verbick to the basket, won't go. Rebound, Beckenauman. Emily Hine back the other way, dribbles behind her back. She traveled, yep. A little bit out of control, trying to move a little bit too fast.
No. We'll get it up later. 886-7776, area code 608.
That
Let
is
us know
our
how we're
text
doing.
line.
Give us a text. Give us the A-OK.
It's Schemenauer running the point now, getting it over to McChesney. Now Verbick. Back to the top, and Jalen Knowlton. To McChesney.
It's nice to see the Lancers are not going to come out and
Oh,
challenge.
good
those
pass on the
shots.
inside. Schemenauer,
Beautiful.
though. Too strong. Rebound, Beckenauman. Nice play by
Yeah,
McDonell, but
no
it wouldn't
conversion.
go.
Maybe that's some of the problems this year. Is they're just not making the conversions.
Ooh, and now
Knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, it was knocked out of bounds.
Yeah.
Couple of substitutions. Rail and Bartles into the game
Yep.
for Nauman and Bernthal.
Yeah, Kayla can bring us some ball handling skills too as well. So there it is, right down low. Oh, and she missed
Rail
her.
having trouble getting
Oh,
in. Finally
man.
floats it to Hine.
Nice
Hine
stop.
shot in the paint. Got it!
Oh, Emily, that's nice. Great to see her attacking the hoop today.
First two of the game for Emily Hine. A 6-3 lead for the Lancers.
Oh,
that
and
one's
the
stolen by
triple pass.
Shazer.
No, it came off the hand. Rachel is right there and aware.
Here's Hine with it.
There
Hine
it is.
full pass to Shazer.
Beautiful
Shazer, good
move.
move by Shazer. The
Oh,
basket.
yeah.
8-3 and a
Oh,
timeout
boy,
for
they've got to call it.
McDonell.
Holy cow, that's great. Rachel's starting to use that fake and then move in.
Good start for the
Yeah.
Lancers, an 8-3 lead.
Oh, boy, I'll tell you what. This is as best of a start that I've seen the Lancers have in all of them. I've only missed 2 games, guys, and then I've watched the home ones, too. Feeling good about this.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Matt, what a nice move by Rachel Shazer. Working that fake in and the little shot there. Shannon Tanzer had to call a timeout.
Yeah, get them off their feet. 608 886-7776. All right, so here's my question. What is the vegetable that Wisconsin leads the nation in growing? So get that text to me, and I will send you a $5 coupon for that vegetable.
This is a new feature for you,
Yep,
Matt.
what do you know about Wisconsin?
Oh, my. Well,
We
here,
lead the nation in growing this vegetable. What vegetable is it?
ooh, bad pass. Well, not a really bad
Yep.
pass, but McChesney couldn't handle it. It's stolen by the Lancers. Here's Hine back the other way. Gets it to Rail. Rail trying
Go
to move
get
to the
in
basket.
there. Oh,
Go.
nice
Shazer,
save.
good save to Hine. Emily Hine with it,
Oh.
and she is fouled.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what.
I think they're going to give Verbick for it. Yes, they are. That'll be the first foul on Josie Verbick.
Boy, you're the McDonell coach. You call a timeout, you talk to the girls, and they turn the ball over right away. That's not so good.
Could be a reason why they're 4-11 this year.
Maybe.
Here's Emily Hine swinging over to Bartles. Bartles thought about the three, then gets it to Shazer. Shazer trying to clear out space. The shot wouldn't go. Rebound for Knowlton.
That's good. That's a high percentage shot.
They want to run for Bick. Verbick trying to run inside. Now she'll have to pull it back out. Ooh, another foul by Emily Hine.
Careful. That's just not. That's
That
not
one-
an appropriate foul. Not when their backs to the hoop.
And that's her second one, and you saw Jim Siddle just jump off the bench. He was upset about it.
Because her backs to the hoop. You don't need to foul somebody when they're backs to the hoop. It's different if they're facing the hoop. They can't do anything to you there.
Here's Verbick now going to run the point. Gets it over to Knowlton. Knowlton left wide open. The three. It's way off an air ball. Shazer has it.
Boy, it comes and it goes. She made a sweet one the first time, air ball the second.
Abby Nauman.
Abby,
with
look
it.
up.
There's Bartles. Swings it to Rail. Now back to Nauman. Abby Nauman wants to move to the basket. She lost it.
Oh,
And then a quick jump ball called.
you know,
Alternating possession to the Lancers.
that's it. I'm glad she's attacking the hoop. That's what she's got to do. even though, half of the time it's not going to come out good, but it still keeps the defense on their toes.
Lob pass, Cara Meyer shot too hard. That's a
Rachel's
glass.
there.
Rebound, Shazer.
Oh!
Shazer
Another
has
chance.
the rebound. Bounce pass to Meyer. And that's going to be off of Meyer. Yeah, I think that's the right call.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The scrum-did-a-dum. Can't hang on to it. Good job underneath the hoop for the Lancers. I know it didn't go in, but...
Well, a lot of hustle, but you have to convert on those, Matt.
Yeah.
Lancers in a 2-3 zone. It's Verbick getting it to Beyer. Swings it over Knowlton. They're kind of leaving her out there. It's Verbick.
Yeah, and she's begging for it, too. Look at that. There's back at it.
On the inside, McChesney.
Nice double breakdown.
McChesney trying to walk right through it. Shazer had a hand on that. Moving it quickly. It's Beyer.
Nice defense on the Lancers. Rotating to the ball, doubling down on the low post.
We know McDonell will be patient, though, Matt. We've seen that plenty of times. They're happy just to pass it around the outside, especially... This is a good opportunity to do that. That's going to be off of rail. It's a good opportunity to do that, though, when you're struggling early, get yourself back in a rhythm passing the ball around.
Yep. That's true, but it'll get us in a defensive rhythm, and this is a pretty good, solid defensive group out here right now.
Knowlton on the left. On the inside, McChesney. McChesney.
Nice. Get the tie up.
Foul is called.
Oh, I think Cara was trying for the tie up, and when she turned away, she got called for that foul.
Cara Meyer gets the foul. Her first, the team third. McChesney to throw it in. To Schemenauer. Schemenauer will take that three.
Short.
It's way short. Around on the ground, and Bartles has it. Now Abby Nauman needs to get across, and she does. Nauman dribbling, gets it over to Rail.
This is where we got to just get it down in the paint.
Rail, foul line jumper, won't go.
Nice,
Cara. Rebound,
Did you
left
see
hand,
that?
got it!
Did you see that? She got out there with her hand and got it to tip back into her left hand, and she's good with her left hand.
4 for Cara Meyer. Lancers lead 10-3. Here's Beyer for the three, back
Nothing
the other
there.
way. Won't go. It's going to be off of Verbick.
Oh, boy. Way to lay off Rhiannon Rail and not get too aggressive when you're over the top on that defense. Got her to just tip the ball out.
Becca Nauman into the game. Lancers have 6 players on the floor. Cara Meyer going to come out now.
Give just Cara a little bit of a breather there.
Becca Nauman gets the pass to Abby Nauman. Now Abby Nauman over to Bartles. Bartles, three, it won't go. Oh, Shazer ended up with it. Up in
Nothing
the air.
there.
Becca Nauman.
Yeah! All right, Becca. Nice job.
First 2 of the game for Becca Nauman. Lancers lead 12-3. Verbick getting it over to Knowlton, now Beyer.
Lancers kind of staying in that 3-2.
Yeah, they've played it the whole way.
Yeah.
Beyer, the three, it's off. Verbick ended up with the
Trap
rebound,
that down.
stolen away by Bartles.
Nice play. Rhiannon's playing some fantastic defense today. There it is. Just charge
Abby
it.
Nauman,
That's
good pass
it,
on
Abby.
the inside. Shazer,
Oh.
got it, and the foul.
I'll tell
Baby
you
with
what,
the play.
Abby Nauman looked up, dribbled, drove, and then looked up, saw Rachel. That's it. Good job,
The
Abby. That's
beautiful
some of
play,
the
and
best play.
beautiful play, and the strong move by Shazer to the basket. Lancers a 14-3 lead.
Atta girl. That's one of the best plays I've seen Abby Nauman make.
6 for Shazer, make it 7.
You bet. And I don't know how much you watched it, and I'll toot my daughter's horn. She has gotten much better throwing free throws this year than she was last year. So
15-3, Matt. The Lancers have the lead here.
Let's keep the foot on the pedal, Lancers.
Under a minute now here in the first quarter. Here's Beyer. Swinging it to Verbick. They'll just swing it around the outside. McChesney on the inside. The shot from the elbow won't go. Rebound, Becca Nauman. 35 seconds. Lancers will see if they'll hold for one. No, the long pass to Bartles. Bartles, she had to get fouled, but no call. Here comes Schemenauer back the other way. Schemenauer may have carried, no call, and then we're going to have the double dribble.
Oh, yeah. She had to put her hand, when she did her crossover, she had to bring her other hand in because that ball was not over her center line.
Well, Matt, I thought maybe that she had carried before that.
Oh.
But I haven't seen many games this year, so maybe that's just my eye.
No, the carry's a hard call. You see it made sometimes, and then you see it other times it's just not made.
Abby Nauman gets it out to Bartles. To Rhiannon Rail.
Wow.
Rail, the shot. Got it!
Shoots! Who's hot today? Rhiannon Rail.
First two of the game for Rail. 17-3, the Lancers lead.
Ball.
Schemenauer, the three. It's way short.
Oh, my.
What a quarter for the Lancers.
The best quarter we have seen yet, Rob, out of the Lancers. Oh, my. And you can hear the crowd. Hey, it's kind of a shame that there isn't as many of the alumni here. Look at that stands over there behind the Lancers. Just about nobody. So we're expecting that you're all out there listening to Rob and I. And we haven't had a text yet, so nobody even knows the vegetable question. Come on, at least give a couple guesses here. Rob, you got a guess? What would that vegetable be?
Oh boy! Well, I don't make a point of eating vegetables.
I know you
so I don't know much about them.
But just what would we grow? Wisconsin. All right.
I have no idea.
Clay, you got one for me? No.
Even if you don't have an answer to the trivia question, please text us and let us know that you're out there today. 608-886-7776. That's the Matt Shazer hotline. And Matt, what a start for the Lancers, despite not having Johanna Meyer and Emily Hine being in foul trouble. The Lancers have really put the pedal to the metal here in the first quarter.
I mean, Rhiannon Rail has come out and played just incredible basketball. Usually it takes her 2 or 3 to get warmed up. You got to pull her in, and then you take her off, and she comes in off the bench. She's come off the bench. She's going to stay in. Why? You can't take her out now.
McDonell will start within the second quarter, and they have all their starters out as Heidke has come back into the game. She picked up 2 early fouls also.
Yeah.
Schemenauer back out. That's a shot from McChesney, in and out. Rebound is controlled by Heidke, and then she's fouled. Let's see who they got. Maybe Becca Nauman.
Becca Nauman. Yeah. Note, Lancer fans, that there's only one senior on the floor.
No, they got Bartles. I wanted to say Rail because that's what she was last year, was 44, but
nope, she moved off to Hank's number. Went down to
the
went
three
down to
by
Walter
McChesney
Payton.
is short. That's another air ball on a 3 for McDonell, Matt.
They're just not sharp. They're just not the McDonell team we saw last year, and it's very surprising.
It is surprising because they were such a good team last year.
They were, and they handled the ball well, and they didn't get flustered.
Long way to go, of course. Here's Bernthal.
Oh!
That's a charge. Ooh, and Heidke went down. She's not well.
That's because her knee went up into her mouth.
I think she did. I think she got the knee right to the mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy. We're going to have a timeout on the floor here.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Now, hey, Rob, I have seen that call not made. I've seen that call as a defensive call, too. Now, it was clearly an offensive foul, but...
Here comes another freshman into the game, Rachel Odie, seeing her first play. She's a much taller freshman, man.
Well, she played on JV and did a good job today, so they're giving her a little bit of time. It's a little bit of a fashion faux pas, though, with the blue socks. Outside of that, I'm good with it.
A couple of those players have those powder blue socks that don't match the royal blue.
But they got the shoes. They're matching the shoes, not the royal blue.
I see. Here's Knowlton. Knowlton to the basket. What a nice move by Jalen Knowlton.
She does. She can get you from inside and outside travel.
Knowlton has all 5, and we have the travel there. Knowlton all 5 for McDonell.
Oh yeah, absolutely. She's their all-around player. Out of it, Schemenauer and Knowlton. We haven't seen that freshman must score on different occasions for Beck.
Lancers are going to come back in with Shazer and Meyer, so back in with their height.
Yeah, and Abby's just getting a little bit of an instruction. Bernthal on the side on the bench. She'll be back in. She's doing well today.
Here's Knowlton. Knowlton a fake, then she'll move inside. Shot from the elbow won't go.
Nothing.
Rebound
Nice,
by Abby Nauman. Abby Nauman dribbling back the other way. Pulls it up. Now Rail. Back to Abby Nauman. Rail shot
it.
off the
Yeah!
top.
Somebody's been in the gym shooting.
The bank is open for the Lancers today. Rail
Look at
has
that.
4. It's stolen
that's
by
what
Abby
Abby
Nauman.
does it.
Nauman by herself to the basket.
Oh, baby. This is nice.
First 2 of the game for Abby Nauman. Lancers lead 21-5. Here's Schemenauer.
Oh,
that
blocked.
one's tipped, and Bartles has it.
Abby chases it down, too.
Abby Nauman, and she wisely sets up the offense. Gets it over to Bartles. Now back Abby Nauman. Here's Rail with it. Lancers being patient here. Abby, she took that step before the fake. Yep.
We've come to expect it, but it's still a good game. You're gonna get those mistakes from Abby Nauman, but it's great to see her have those other successes.
Eckert will see her first action of the game. She comes in, as does Josie Verbick.
Yeah.
She's coming back into the game for McDonell.
But it was nice to give Emily Hine a break on those fouls. Now she can, play her game.
Now she's back out there. Schemenauer. Now Verbick. That's Odie. Now back on the inside. Now the pass out. Odie, the jumper won't go. Emily Hine got pushed out of the way. Shazer ended up with the rebound. There's the trap, and that's tipped up. Verbick had a hand on it. On the ground, Abby Nauman dives for it, and we'll have a jump ball.
They could have made that call earlier. I'm always worried when balls start diving on the floor, and kids too as well. Somebody's going to get hurt. Make that jump
Lancers
ball.
get it with the alternating possession. We're going to have a timeout for the Lancers here. 5:20 left until half. Lancers, a 16-point lead, Matt.
Oh, if you'd have told me we were going to have a 16-point lead with 5:20 left in the second quarter, I'd have said, you got to be kidding. No way.
And it clearly, Matt, has something to do with the guys in the booth for the game.
Oh, I wasn't even going to throw that one out there. You had to go and get it. You go chase that one down. I don't think so, fans.
No,
not
I
one bit.
completely disagree with what I just said.
I know you do. I just want to see 4 quarters of basketball like this from the Lancers. We haven't seen that. There has not been one game where I sat down and said, all 4 quarters good, girls, let's go.
It is very early in this game. A 16-point lead is not – I mean, it's something, but it's not much this early.
Yeah.
Abby Nauman gets the inbound pass, and she gets across the timeline. Gets it to Rail. Now back Emily Hine. Emily Hine wants to get to the inside, move to the basket, left hand, got it, and the foul! Oh, baby, what a play by Emily Hine!
Oh, I love the attack today. Fans, I have not seen them attack the rim as much this game than any other game. They're attacking the rim.
4 for Emily Hine. Trying to make it 5 here. Got it!
Beautiful.
5 points, Emily Hine. Lancers lead 24-5. McChesney, the 3, it's off. Verbick underneath the basket, got it, and the foul. Nice play by Josie Verbick.
Boy, for a little one, she puts herself in the right spot under there. She's got no fear about going down into the tall timbers.
She does not. First 2 of the game for Verbick.
Yeah, great footwork, picked up that ball, and use the backboard. Classic, textbook. This girl's played some ball before.
Knowlton back into the game. She gives Schemenauer her first rest of the day.
Bing. Look at that nice
gets
spin,
the free
too.
throw. So she has 3.
That's going to be a good-looking player. Keep your eye on her this coming years.
Just a freshman, as we mentioned at the top of the broadcast. Rail is in trouble. Gets the pass to Abby Nauman. Now Abby Nauman dribbles around the little floater shot.
Abby is feeling it. Nice. Boy, Schemenauer got it in her mouth, too.
She did.
Yeah.
4 for Abby Nauman. Boy, Matt, everything the Lancers throw up is going in today.
Yeah. Yeah, boy, is that opposite. Mostly we've seen that not happen.
Odie, the pass over to Eckert. Now back out for Bick, wide open for 3. Got it. Nice stroke by Josie Verbick.
All right. She's starting to light it up.
She has 6 to lead McDonell. It's 26-11. Here's Abby Nauman. To Rail.
Oh, Abby.
Good pass underneath. Hine got it with the left. What a nice play!
All right, she's looking up more and she's seeing the lanes.
7 for Emily Hine. Pass to Eckert, now back out for Bick. Knowlton will take the 3. It's way short. Rail actually will grab the rebound there. Emily Hine, we're going to have a foul. Foul on Rail.
All right.
And the bench for the Lancers does not like it. They believe that she was standing still and that Verbic just ran right into her. But maybe because of some of the physical play by the Lancers earlier, it kind of drew that call.
Possibly. We couldn't see it.
Oh, good move by McChesney to the basket. Got it.
Yeah.
Tessa McChesney, her first 2, 28-13. Here's Abby Nauman on the inside. Cara Meyer.
Nice,
Meyer
Cara.
takes a shot from the paint. It won't go. Rebound. That was controlled by Knowlton, and she wants to run back the other way. Jalen Knowlton
coast to coast.
Moving the other way. Wouldn't go. McChesney had the rebound. Oh, nice play by McChesney. She threw it off of, I think she threw it off of Meyer.
Yeah.
So McDonell will retain possession. 3:10 left until the half. 28-13.
Oh, look out.
Not ready for the inbound pass. Knowlton got the shot off, wouldn't go. Here's Odie with the shot, got it. Rachel Odie with her first 2.
Yeah, I think Rachel Shazer could have gotten up a little higher and knocked that out.
Nauman was in trouble, got it over to Becca Nauman. Becca Nauman, she's fouled by Knowlton.
Boy, that wasn't smart by Knowlton.
Let me tell you something. Jim is not happy with what I think are some calls that he's looking for maybe on the bench. He kind of yelled something. Couldn't tell what it was.
Yeah,
and in that case, I couldn't tell what he was upset about either.
I couldn't either. He's watching the backside of it.
Here's Shazer with it. Gets it over to Emily Hine. Hine, the shot, she's fouled.
Yep. And a good foul. I'll tell you what. You don't let her,
I'll tell you what, I think Emily kind of leaned into that one a little bit. She felt the pressure nicely there.
Yeah, I know. Danny Byer had nothing else to do, though. Once she felt the pressure, she grabbed her hand. I would, too. Tear it down. Em's going to make most of those shots if you don't grab onto her.
Emily Hine has 7.
Boom,
First one goes, that's 8.
It's so nice to see her scoring points. She's had trouble in the last couple games, fans. She'll get those balls, they weren't going in.
Lancers men are 4 for 4 for the line tonight. Or today. Yeah. It's still the daytime. Got them both. That's 9 for Emily Hine.
Nice going, Emily Hine. And she's going to take a seat. Kayla Bartles back in. We've seen this is also a different blend for the Lancers here.
Knowlton. Back out Schemenauer. Shaylin Knowlton dribbling around to Byer. Now Byer's open. She'll take that 3. Got it.
Oh, my. Nice shooting.
First 3 of the game for Danny Byer.
Well, you got to be careful if you're the Lancers now.
Just a 12-point game now. Here's Shazer. Bounce pass. Cara Meyer takes the shot. Won't go. Here's Schemenauer. Schemenauer, she traveled, got herself out of control.
Boy, Becca Nauman offers her a hand, and she denies it.
Well,
that's all right. No, she's a competitor. I've watched her for 2 years. This girl is.
Yes, she is. She's a really good softball player, too.
Yes, she is. In fact, as good as basketball, I think.
Oh, good steal there by Schemenauer. And she's going to go back the other way. Good bounce pass. McChesney with the left won't go. Oh. Meyer had a hand on it. Shazer has the rebound.
Boy, we saved face on that one.
Bartles.
Well, it's got to go to.
Bad pass. Abby Nauman ended up with it, taken away by Byer. Jump ball was called first. And I think that's the right call.
Yeah.
The alternating possession will go to McDonell.
Boy, once we can get Kayla, once she grabs that ball, to at least drive down to that baseline, she's going to get the defense to move.
And I'll tell you what, Matt, if you're McDonell right here, you're looking to try to make it a single-digit
Oh, yeah. I'd
type of game.
Yeah. Pass it around, lengthen
And if they
the ball.
can do that going into the half, I think they'll be pretty satisfied. There's Odie with the shot, high off the
Nothing
glass,
there.
won't go. Rebound Shazer.
Nice rebound for Rachel. We're going to have to check our stats men, too, to see what the stats are going to be. I'm very interested in some of them.
Abby Nauman
Abby.
with a basket. Oh, no go. Rebound McChesney.
Here
McDonell wants to run. Here's Schemenauer.
Get the spot.
Schemenauer, left hand to the basket. Got it. What a nice play by Sydney Schemenauer. Her first 2 of the game, and it's just a 10-point game.
Oh, there's a travel.
There's a travel, and they have to get Emily back in the game, Matt.
They're going to have to, or they're. Yep, here she comes. We can't be losing the ball at the last minute here.
Certainly cannot get complacent with just a 10-point lead.
No,
Matt.
they've had the last 6 points have gone to McDonald. This is the type of thing you don't want. You've got to stop them.
Schemenauer thought about the 3, then gets it over to Knowlton. Now McChesney. Schemenauer, 3, won't go. Tipped around.
All
Cara
right,
Meyer gets
finally. And she got her down, too. Good job, Cara.
Emily Hine back the other way. Gets it to Becca Nauman. She fakes. Bounce pass. Bartles, but it's stolen by Schemenauer. Schemenauer now the other way. She doesn't make it. She's looking for the foul. I think she should have gotten the call.
See Rachel. Rachel's got to step in front of that.
Foul. Boy, oh boy.
I'm going to tell you, I don't think that's a bad pass. No, that's Rachel not being smart enough to step in front of that player at that point in time. When she sees Emily driving for that hoop, she's got to break from her player, no matter what, and she didn't.
That's a 7th team foul, so McChesney is going to shoot the 1-and-1. I'm sorry, that's the 8th team foul on the Lancers.
Yeah. All right.
First one wouldn't go. Rebound, Cara Meyer.
Let's see if they can slow down
23
and play
seconds
for the last
left.
shot.
The clock is not running. The clock is not running.
23
23 seconds left. There are continually 23 seconds left, and now the clock starts to run again. Cara Meyer shot, wild shot from the foul line. Wouldn't go. Rebound, Odie.
Oh, man. That's just...
And those extra seconds, I think, are going to help McDonald. Out to Knowlton. Now Schemenauer.
No.
Schemenauer, 3, won't go. Shazer grabs the rebound, and that will end the first half. An exciting first half, Matt, to be sure. Lancers take a 10-point lead into the locker room. But, Matt, I think that McDonell is going to be happy to have this game within 10 with the way that it started. They were down as many as 16.
16 at one point. And we've got our stats coming in, too. I'll let you take a look at those, Rob. Yeah, I tell you what, fans, we've seen this happen, and it's that our Lancers, they get on these spurts. It's great, and this is an awesome spurt. I mean, when you watch this, to see the girls that were playing on this is a no Joe Meyer team, and to be up that much, we'll always have our little ball handling things, but they're doing well and keeping it down, And then right at the end, they kind of lost it and let McDonald a little bit more back into this game. I'm sure that's what Jim's going to tell him a little bit in the locker room.
Well, Matt, we're a little bit older than the guys who usually do these games, so we're going to actually step away for about 5 minutes. And
absolutely,
we'll come back and talk about the second half.
Yeah, and get you some stats, too. Go get some popcorn. We'll see you in about 5.
All right. right, folks, welcome back. After 16 minutes of play, the Lancers have a 30-20 lead here against McDonell. Rob Sowers here with you, back in the booth for the first time this year. Good to be back, and let's get you caught up on some of the stats in the first half. For McDonell, Josie Verbeek was their leading scorer. She had 6. Jalen Knowlton had 5. And then it looks like we had 3 for Danny Byer, 2 apiece for Sydney Schemenauer, Chesa McChesney, and Rachel Odie. For the Lancers, Emily Hine led all scorers with 9. Rachel Shazer had 7. 4 apiece for Abby Nauman, Rhiannon Rail, and Cara Meyer. 2 for Becca Nauman. Lancers a 30-20 lead. We've got some rebounding stats actually on the Lancers also. They have Rachel Shazer down for 9 rebounds already in the first half. Yep. Becca Nauman had 4 rebounds, 2 apiece for Emily Hine. Well, actually, Cara Meyer had 3. 2 for Emily Hine. 1 apiece, Abby Nauman, Abby Bernthal, Rhiannon Rail, and Caleb Bartles. So, 30-20 game,
yeah.
And we're not necessarily convinced that anyone's actually watching this game today. So, why don't you go ahead and send a text to the Matt Shazer hotline, will you? 608-886-7776. That's the Matt Shazer hotline. 608-886-7776. Matt, a great first half, in particular, a great first quarter for the Lancers. Let it slip just a little bit. McDonell able to get back into it, make a couple of shots. It's been a very physical game. What's it going to take for the Lancers here in the second half?
Well, it's going to be ball handling again. We can't make those mistakes that we did earlier in the game, or towards the end of the second half. We can't do that. Got to pass out of it. We can't make the double dribbles. Those were easy turnovers, and not let McDonell go on a spurt. Fact is, I would say open up this second half again just like you did the first half. Scoring in the paint early. It's a shame, though, in some cases, like I said, that last turnover, we should have basically held on to the ball. That's one the Lancers just don't do. This team moves down, it gets anxious, it gets nervous because it's a young team, and really doesn't play a lot of patience basketball. So I would say Lancers getting out early and staying up and not letting them anywhere near close to this game.
Lancers come out with their starters. McDonell comes out with their starters also minus Becca Heidke, who has not returned. I'm looking for her on the bench after she was injured. No, she's actually over working with the trainer right now. So Rachel Odie is in her place, and we start the second half. Lancers have it. Becca Nauman, bounce pass into Shazer. Shazer tries to make the move to the basket. Yep. She's fouled by McChesney.
Yeah, McChesney has hard duty covering Rachel today. She can't really get around her.
That's just the first foul on McChesney. Becca Nauman gets it to Bernthal. Bernthal steps in, tries to take the shot. Yeah. I think it was a
Rachel
shot.
Tears
Shazer
the
has
ball
the
away.
Rebound, won't go.
Second,
Rebound, Cara Meyer. Won't go. Rebound, Cara Meyer. Got it off the glass.
But notice, fans, Cara Meyer's taking that ball above her head now and putting it in. That is a big difference maker. We didn't see that early, so good for Cara Meyer.
6 for Cara Meyer, 12-point lead for the Lancers. Odie back out. Schemenauer open for the 3.
Nothing
it
there.
Won't go. Rebound, Becca Nauman. Hine dribbles up court. Here's Hine. Hine looking to get to the basket, out to Bernthal. Bernthal
left the ball behind her.
And stolen by Knowlton. Here goes Knowlton back the other way. Tries to move in. A block, but also a foul called on Abby Bernthal.
But Abby Bernthal, she, made the error, but she was the first one down there to run down there and be on defense. So you really have got to give her kudos on that.
Knowlton was really trying to push into Abby Bernthal. Bernthal is not going to give ground, though.
No.
First one goes for Jalen Knowlton. She has 6 for McDonell.
No, that's not in her. She's not going to give it in.
Got them both. 7 for Knowlton. Here comes that press.
Yep.
A very enthusiastic press, it looks like. Here's Emily Hine. Lancers need to get across, and Hine is able to dribble across. Meyer thought about the 3, then inside to Shazer. Now back out to Meyer. Meyer shots around and won't
almost.
go. Meyer
Kara's
is with the
got
rebound.
it fouled.
She's fouled.
Schemenauer.
I think they're going to get Odie for it.
Odie?
They did.
Yeah.
Yep. Rachel Odie. Not a shooting foul. Second foul on her. Second foul on McDonell here in the second half. Becca Nauman to throw it in.
Becca, look.
Gets it to Shazer, and
there's
she's
the foul.
fouled. That's McChesney.
Yeah.
Picks up her second foul here quickly in the second half.
Yeah, I think that McDonald's coach told him to be more aggressive on that press, so I would expect that this half. They were a little lax.
Cara Meyer.
Cara.
I think she might have gotten partially blocked maybe by Odie. I wasn't sure. Here's Schemenauer back the other way. Gets the pass over to Beyer. Beyer open for the baseline jumper. Round and out. Rebound. Rachel Shazer tears it away. Here goes Hine back the other way. Hine. Oh, good pass to Becca Nauman. To the basket. It won't go. Got her own rebound.
And a foul.
Won't go, but she's fouled and she'll go to the line.
But there's a classic example of don't put it on the floor there, Becca. Just take it right up into the hoop. But she waited. But she just stuck with it.
Becca Nauman has 2 tonight.
Let's get 2 more, Becca. There you go. Oh,
first one won't go. That's the first miss from the line for the Lancers today. 1 more for Becca Nauman. That one won't go either. Odie's going to get the floorboard.
she better get across. Nope.
Lancers in that 1-3-1 as called out by Knowlton. Knowlton now has it, guarded by Bernthal to Beyer. Knowlton open for the 3 from the top of the key, and she drilled it, and it is just a 7-point game. 10 for Jalen Knowlton.
Well, Lancers have got to get themselves a score here.
Bernthal. Bernthal bounce pass in. Meyer clearing on space. It won't go. She's going to grab the rebound. Gets it out to Bernthal. She thought about the 3, then back out to Hine. Hine, float pass to Meyer. Meyer moves to the basket. Got it.
Meyer can do that all day on Odie. Good job, Cara. Glad they got it back into her to give her that second chance.
You know, they're very close in height, Matt, but Meyer definitely has the size advantage, and she's just pushing Odie around right now. 9-point game. Schemenauer, pass across Beyer. Beyer for 3. It won't go.
There.
Rebound Schemenauer. Schemenauer moves to the basket. She's fouled. She's going to go to the line.
I think that's M's 3rd foul.
And it is. Emily Hine picks up her 3rd foul. She's going to have to stay out there, I think, right now.
Oh, yeah. If there's any possible way that she can come off the court right now for the Lancers.
Schemenauer misses her first free throw. I believe that's McDonell's first miss from the line. Oh, no. They had one in the first half. That's right. Bernthal out. Rail in. Also Emily Hine out. Bartles in. Second one for Schemenauer goes. She has 3.
All right. They got to break this press with just by passing. We don't have any ball handlers, really.
What are we going to have here?
A hold. All right.
Jalen Knowlton going to be called for the foul.
Third foul.
She doesn't like it, and then that is her 3rd. Rail trying to get it in. Bounce pass into Meyer.
Got to pass it out of here. We cannot dribble.
Rail trying to dribble across the timeline. She does. Gets a wild pass to Becca Nauman. Now it's Cara Meyer. Back out to Rail. This is an interesting group on the floor right now, Matt.
Yeah, it's
with no
like
real true point guard.
I know.
Timeout for Jim Sitto.
He had to. You just felt it like me, too. It's like, wait a minute. They are not on the same page at all. It's like a scramble.
30-second timeout.
4:47 left here in the third. Lancers clinging to an 8-point lead.
Yeah, and it's not that this group out here couldn't play it. It's just they're not on the floor a lot during intense situations, and they all tend to get nervous.
Is nobody texting you, Matt, at all?
Nobody's texting me. That's all right. Maybe I asked too hard of a question. I maybe give some hints on that vegetable question.
I forgot about the vegetable question already.
I know. Well, you forget about vegetables. You should eat more vegetables.
That is correct.
So nobody in the stands. I was out at halftime asking. They don't know. Cabbage was close, but not there. And no, cranberry is not a vegetable, nor is cheese.
Oh my.
Oh!
That's tipped. Now we're going to have a foul.
Yeah, come on now. You know when they're coming like that.
Falls on number 12,
Verbick. Called for foul. And this has been a very, very physical game.
Oh, yeah. There could have been a lot more fouls called in this game.
Oh, yeah. Pass into Bartles. Bartles looking to get to the basket. Bounce past Shazer. She's able to handle it. Shot was short.
Rachel,
and we'll have a jump ball. Alternating possession to McDonell.
Oh.
4:34 left here in the third quarter. Lancers an 8-point lead.
Yeah.
Knowlton.
Yep. Look, they're still talking.
Now it's Schemenauer. On the inside, McChesney. Now the shot by Odie got it.
Good play.
Odie.
Good patience. That shows a well-coached team here.
4 points for freshman Rachel Odie, and here comes that press. Gets it to Shazer. Shazer trying to dribble to the basket.
Oh,
into the basket.
And fouled.
And she was fouled, and she'll go to the line.
All right.
You don't see Rachel Shazer do that.
No, fans, that's more dribbles than she's ever taken in a varsity basketball game. I get nervous. Listen. But it was not. I mean, it's as good as we've seen.
McChesney picks up her third foul. She's picked up 3 fouls in the first 4 minutes here of the third quarter.
Boom. That's what I like to see from Rachel, is making those free throws. This game, we can keep that distance just by making our free throws. Let us foul it.
She makes the first. She has 8. And 9.
And 4 for 4 from the line. All right, Lancers still need to stay tight on defense.
36-28, 8-point lead for the Lancers. Swings across. There's a shot taken by Julia Verbick. It won't go.
Yep.
Taken away by Schemenauer. Oh, she's swinging elbows, and she got Rail right in the head.
Yes, she did. Oh, that they called that a jump ball.
And now they're going to call it a jump ball.
Wow. All right.
Wow. Swinging elbows.
Yeah.
This game has gotten wild. Let me tell you something. Rihanna Rail is one tough girl, and she can.
Yeah. She can take an elbow.
She can take it.
She took one in the tummy at Melrose Mindoro.
What are we going to have here? We have the referee responding to a fan in the stands. That's interesting. Interesting that a referee would. And now we're going to have more commentary here.
That's the thing to do. I'm for that. On either side of the ball.
I'm not sure.
What, you just tee them up? I don't like tease up on fan.
No, not on the fan. But do you need to respond to a fan? Lost her pivot foot there.
Oh, really? Okay. That's an interesting look at it, too.
It was a fan.
Yeah. Right.
Does the referee even need to respond to the comment? And that's the question I have.
Yeah. Well, after that poor turnover, McDonald's got the ball again. We've got to stop him here.
Here's Knowlton. Both Verbicks are on the floor for McDonell, and they look very similar. That's Julia Verbick. That's Josie Verbick now. Over Julia Verbick. Now Knowlton, 3, got it.
Now she feels it.
Jalen Knowlton, that's her third
no, and
of
a
the game.
fast turnover.
And then a turnover, just a 5-point game.
Yeah, Abby getting ahead of herself.
Emily Hine gonna have to come back into this game. Abby Nauman comes out.
And
just a 5-point game. McDonell has the ball. Pass long to Schemenauer. Here's Knowlton. Knowlton, 3, got it.
Boy, you just gave Knowlton 6 points off of just poor play.
That's 16 points for Jalen Knowlton. Bad pass to Cara Meyer. And it's coming undone for the Lancers here.
Yeah, Lancers need to settle down and get a stop right here.
Josie Verbick to Knowlton. Now Josie. Now it's Knowlton, another 3, got it again!
Yeah, Kayla Bartles was there too late. She's got to get there quicker.
5th 3 of the game for Jalen Knowlton. She has 18, and a foul called, and Schemenauer is demonstrating, and she picks up a technical foul.
Yeah, you can't start whipping around and taking clothes off, even if it is just a headband.
Technical foul called on Sydney Schemenauer, and I believe it's because she took that headband off.
Yes, it was. You cannot do that in the WIA. It does not matter.
Bartles is going to take the shot. Schemenauer has been frustrated all day, Matt.
Yeah, she's
had a lot of physical play on her, and you see her.
Well, she doesn't want to come here and lose her, this team does not want to come in. They want to come into this house, get their win, and get out. So
the technical foul shot wouldn't go for Bartles. She'll shoot one more. Schemenauer is going to stay on the floor.
Yeah, I don't even know why they let Kayla. Rachel was 4 for 4, and they're not going to let her shoot that.
Now
what are you thinking?
Shazer's going to shoot the second one now.
I wasn't going to toot my daughter's horn on that one.
Got it. We are tied at 37. Oh, I don't know what that was. Why is Rachel shooting another one? That one wouldn't go. I don't understand.
Nope.
I don't understand.
Well, I think there was a
foul.
3? There was a foul on that play.
Yeah, but they're not over the. Oh, they are over the limit. You are correct. It was a 1-and-1.
Yep.
Yeah, and then Shazer took the technicals. You are correct. So now the Lancers will get the ball. This game is tied at 37. Like I've said, Matt, this game is physical. McDonell definitely came out with a more physical approach here in the second half, and it's been wild. There's been wild emotions in this game.
Yeah, but McDonald's taking the game back to the Lancers, and that's where the problem is. The Lancers were taking that game to them in that first and that beginning of the second period, and now they've given the game back to the McDonald's. They have to get this game back, and they have to take control of the ball, settle down, and do what they were doing right in the first quarter. Let the fouls come. This game's going to be rough and tumble from the rest of the way in.
And it's the sloppy ball handling by the Lancers. That's what we talked about at the beginning.
Yeah. Not watching. You shouldn't be inbounding a pass in the third quarter and not watching and picking it up.
McDonell has outscored the Lancers 17-7 here in the third quarter. Rail to throw the pass in. Here's Emily Hine. Emily Hine wants to get all the way to the basket. Left-handed, wouldn't go.
Look at that. Look
Tipped
at the
around,
battling
fighting.
down.
Who are they going to call the foul on? On Verbick? No, it's going to be the Lancers.
Falls on number 10.
They called it on Abby Nauman. Her second, third on the Lancers. Be double bonus time, another foul on McDonell. They have 9. Julia Verbick gets it to Josie Verbick. Now it's Knowlton. Knowlton, 18 points from McDonell. She has 5 threes.
She lit him up this quarter.
Bounce pass. Now back. Julia Verbeek. Shot wouldn't go. Rebound by Verbeek. The pass at the knees of Schemenauer. Controlled by Odie.
Nice, Kara.
Shot wouldn't go, but
And
we're going to
they're
have the
calling
foul
the
on Karameyer. Yeah, it's a late foul, but not a good foul on Karameyer there.
No, and
The play was over.
At the line, shooting 2, Josie Verbeek.
Josie Verbeek will shoot 2. She has 6. Makes the first one to give McDonell a 1-point lead.
She's been perfect from the line, too, and there's a good reason for it. It's a good line on the ball, and it spins well. That's a shooter down there.
Second shot also goes. 8 for Verbeek, and then Verbeek. Oh, what a play.
She's coming in, flying in. The freshman's being alert.
Becca Nauman in the game for Karameyer.
They have to start playing like this team wants to take the ball away from them every time, going to passes, grabbing them. There we go.
Now they get it across. Here's Abby Nauman. She'll take that wild shot. It won't go. Rebound, Becca Nauman. It was blocked. Now Becca. Emily Hine, open 3. Got it! Emily Hine drills the 3.
What the doctor ordered right there. Nice going, Emily Hine.
That's a big 3 for Emily Hine. Her first 3 of the game.
All right, Lancers, let's get a stop right here.
She has 12 for the Lancers. 40-39. Here's Knowlton.
Yep. Trap that down there.
Wide open. Julia Verbeek shot from the foul line. Won't go. Good
nice
rebound, Rhiannon Rail.
But
then the jump ball forced by Schemenauer. And you see Schemenauer with another little display.
But why is Rhiannon turning into her on that one? There's the bigger key. Rhiannon just turned into her and gave her the opportunity to get the tie-up on it. Those are the little things that Lancers don't do well.
McDonell has it on the alternating possession. And what are we going to have here? Foul on Abby Nauman. I didn't see it.
Are you kidding me?
And that's her 3rd. So now Emily Hine with 3 and Abby Nauman with 3.
Which are the ball handlers in general.
That's right.
When we, either of them.
Schemenauer looking to throw it in, gets it to Josie Verbeek. Verbeek, the 3, got it.
What are they doing? They can't let her out there. They've got to challenge that.
Here's Emily Hine. Now she'll take it back the other way. Emily Hine, float pass, Shazer bounced around. Becca Nauman got it, in and out. And that's going to be off of Shazer out of bounds. B. McDonell ball, they have a 2-point lead.
Boy, oh boy, it's been an interesting third period here for the Lancers.
And I would imagine that McDonell's going to hold for one here.
Yeah.
Josie Verbeek.
Yeah, no fouls though, Lancers. Just keep it down.
Knowlton, she fell. Oh, they're going to call the foul on Rail.
Got the knee into her, I think.
Falls on number 34, Rhiannon Rail. That's her 3rd personal, team 6.
Boy, 3rd personal on Rhiannon too now.
Quick inbound. Julia Verbeek, now Josie Verbeek. Back to Julia Verbeek, wide open for 3. It won't go. Rebound, Abby Nauman. 10 seconds left.
Rachel's got a chance.
Rachel Shazer to the basket. Got it. What a play.
She should have been fouled on that, too. Her arm was all over
We're tied. 1 second left. Wild shot. Hit the net.
That's ridiculous.
And we are tied going into the 4th quarter.
And Jim's upset about it, too. You're going to call those ticky-tack fouls that you just did on Abby Nauman? Well, her arm was all over Rachel on that last play, and he doesn't call it, and it's right in front of him. Now I can understand what Jim's seeing here. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I have to agree, Matt. I have to agree with that. But a big basket, good vision by Abby Nauman on that last play, and a beautiful play by Rachel Shazer to control it.
Yeah.
And we're tied.
Exactly. So we go into the 4th. Everything's even. This is where we're going to see if the Lancers really can find their heart and really take it to them. Because we've got foul situations. We've got everything, from the line, making your free throws, keeping the turnovers at least on, their end of the court to a minimum.
Matt McDonell scored more points in the 3rd quarter there, 22, than they scored in the first half, 20.
So
they outscored the Lancers 22-12 in the third quarter. It's going to come down to this. We've got 3 fouls apiece for Rail, Abby Nauman, and Emily Hine. For McDonell, it's McChesney with 3 fouls, and she's back on the floor now. Fourth quarter underway. Lancers start with it. Abby Nauman, Byer fell over.
yeah,
Here's Abby Nauman dribbling. Picks up her dribble.
Oh.
Shazer ended up
Get
with
it.
it. Shot won't
Nothing.
go.
Back
Rebound Becca Nauman. We're going to have a foul.
oh,
Who did they get?
can't call Schemenauer on that. It was all ball.
And yet they're going to call Schemenauer for the foul.
No. All right, fine. Sorry, McDonald's. If anyone's out there listening, I guess that's a give back. I don't know. That's not a
I don't
foul on
know.
her. That's all ball.
It's high school basketball.
I know.
It's a 1-on-1, not a shooting foul.
Oh,
Becca Nauman missed
Becca.
the first. Rebound by McChesney, who got it quickly over
Yeah.
to Schemenauer.
Lancers are going to have to
Knowlton,
convert
she's
on
open
those
for 3,
1-and-1s.
but she decides to come inside.
And
We're going to
that's
have
the
a
fourth
blocking
on the
foul.
floor.
Fourth foul on Abby Nauman. She's
Yeah.
going to have to sit, I think.
Yeah. I think they're going to have to pull Kayla back in.
Now we're going to have a discussion here. I'm not sure what the discussion is. Fourth foul.
All right. Like we're in the land of confusion here, or what? Oh, little crowd announcement. Help from the crowd.
Well, he said number 10, which was correct. He said the McDonell player.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bailey Eckert wasn't even on the floor. Shannon Tanzer has a laugh on the McDonell bench.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the discussion is.
Me neither. But I gotta tell you, it shouldn't be that hard here, boys.
I don't know what the discussion is.
No.
Tanzer's wondering what it is. She wants an explanation. Nobody's going to give it to her.
Wait a minute.
And now here it comes, and Tanzer's hot.
Because
We have a technical foul call that I don't know. I'm not sure what has happened here, but Becca Nauman is shooting the basketball.
no, that she extra shot. She wasn't a 1-and-1. It was on the floor, or it was in shooting. So Becca Nauman should have gotten an extra free throw. It shouldn't have been a 1-on-1.
Well, then she missed it anyway.
I know.
That
And the fact that you go back and let her throw it in, it's getting a little
That
weird.
was very,
That's weird.
very strange.
Yeah.
Shot by
Get that
Knowlton,
ball.
won't go after
Here
all
we
that.
go.
And now Bernthal has the rebound. She picked up her dribble too quick. Gets it to Becca Nauman. Becca Nauman to the
Get in.
basket. Got it! And the
right.
foul! Oh,
All right.
baby, what a play!
Yeah. Rachel just came over, giving a nice congratulations. What Becca's got to do on this is breathe a little bit, take her time on the free throw, and make this.
Okay. 2-point lead for the Lancers here early in the fourth.
Nothing.
Won't go.
Rachel,
Rebound, Shazer to the
rebound.
basket. Got it!
Oh, thank you very much. We'll take that. All right, Lancers got to tighten it up now.
That's 12 for Shazer. McChesney
There it is.
shot.
Get that
Bernthal.
ball off of her hands. Come on, we've got to grab
Now
that.
Byer, she
Oh,
had to travel
She
there.
traveled on
no
it.
call. And then we're going to have a foul called on Shazer, and it's the 1-on-1.
That's fine. She needed a foul anyway. It's her first one, I think.
Oh, but Byer traveled and they didn't see it. The
Yeah.
referee was right there.
You got 3 on the floor, Rob. How many times do they bring 3 to a game? Almost never. This is the first time.
I don't know, and he was standing right by her, too. The 1-on-1 for Josie Verbick. First shot, got it.
Verbick just doesn't miss. She's a good free throw shooter. The line is straight to the hoop, and it's got spin.
4 for 4 from the line for Verbick.
Yeah.
She has 8, 10, 12 for McDonell. Missed the second one.
All
Rebound,
right.
Abby Bernthal. Bernthal will dribble across
no.
the timeline. What are we going to have?
We're going to have
a travel.
Yep. That's just too much for her. She gets too far ahead of herself on the balls of her feet. Can't keep her dribble up.
3-point game. Lancers leading 46-43.
Boy, just lost possessions with those.
Josie Verbick.
Hard to watch.
Josie Verbick all the way around.
Trap that down.
Now to McChesney. Now back out. Josie Verbick, 17-footer, won't go.
Right.
Rebound, Abby Bernthal. Gets it across. Cara Meyer. Out to Emily Hine. Oh, she should have taken it. Back in. Cara Meyer, wide open. Jumper, got it!
All right, Cara. Boy, good that she made it. Here we go, Lancers. Back on D.
That's 10 for Cara
And a timeout,
Meyer.
McDonell.
Timeout, McDonell. Lancers out to a 5-point lead here early in the fourth.
Boy, that's a good thing. And no ticky-tack fouls. It's just we can't have those empty possessions, Rob. We've got to break that press every time and make those possessions work for us.
Fans, if you're just joining us, the Lancers were up as many as 16 early in the first half. They were up 10 at the half. McDonell brought it to a tie at the end of the third quarter, and now the Lancers have started with a 5-0 with a 6-1 run,
6-1 run, yep.
And they have a 5-point lead.
Right. I mean, a little bit more of what they were doing in the first half of the game in that first quarter. So, except for the turnovers, I mean, you got to. McDonald is a well-coached, aggressive team. That's the way they're going to play. They're not going to give up. It doesn't matter if they're down 16 points or they're down by 2. The key to me, I guess, Rob, in this one is keep McDonald out, not ahead of us, because if they do get 2-3 points ahead of us, we're going to watch them slow the game down. They're going to pass. So as long as Emmanuel can keep the ball and keep the score up, they're not going to be able to go into that stall game. So that'll be advantage us.
Absolutely. Hey fans, why don't you think about and text us with your thoughts on player of the game? You've got the Matt Shazer hotline, 608-886-7776. Text us in with your vote for player of the game.
All right. Yep. And just a little bit of a hint. It's a root crop here in Wisconsin. That is. It's a root crop.
Oh.
That's your vegetable. It's a root crop. If I don't get a text out there, I'll start giving some other clues here and there. Somebody send something to me.
Nobody's going to send anything to you, man.
It's Saturday afternoon.
Verbick, the shot in and out. Rebound, McChesney underneath, got it. Nice putback by Tessa McChesney.
Yeah, we've been basically keeping them off the boards for that kind of stuff most of the game.
Here's Abby Nauman on the
go.
inside. Cara Meyer moved to the basket.
And fouled.
She's fouled and she'll go to the line.
All right, nice going. Boy, we've seen Cara Meyer play a nice center this game. She's been pretty strong.
She's got 8 for the Lancers. Actually, I believe she has 10.
Yeah.
First one won't go.
Yeah, could you imagine if she learned to drop step and she could just be taking people to the hoop on a regular basis?
One more for Cara Meyer. Got it.
Nice, all right.
4-point lead for the Lancers. That's 11 for Cara Meyer. Josie Verbick has been running the point. Gets it to Beyer.
Yep.
Now Josie Verbick.
Challenge those shots. Don't let her look at it.
Verbick. Lancers look like they're in some kind of a zone. Verbick moved to the basket. Shazer with the block. Verbick and then she got another rebound.
I know, because Rachel didn't get up soon enough. She's waiting for a call.
McChesney, open jumper, won't go. Rebound to
no.
Josie Verbick, it won't
Here
go.
we go.
And Cara Meyer finally grabs the rebound for the Lancers. Lancers have it here up 4. Abby Nauman.
Patience, Lancers. Look for a good.
Into Cara Meyer. Shot with the left hand, won't go. Shazer had a hand on it, but taken away by Schemenauer.
Schemenauer at better position, and Rachel wisely laid off.
Here's McChesney now. Gets it out to Knowlton.
Oh,
bad pass, Josie Verbick. Able to save it.
Come on, you guys have got to watch that.
On the ground, Meyer has it. Got it to Shazer.
Well, that was a travel, too, because her feet picked up off
I
the ground.
thought that, yeah, I agree. I agree, Matt. I
We'll
thought she
take it.
traveled.
Let's go, Lancers. Come on, Abby. Hold on
Abby
to
Nauman,
it.
she picked up that dribble too quick again, gets it to Rail. And we're going to have a foul on Knowlton.
No.
And she doesn't like it.
Knowlton is, I'll tell you what.
And Rail's going to shoot 2.
She's having some conversations with these referees on a regular basis.
Shooting 2, Rhiannon Rail.
It's not getting an audience. All right, Rhiannon.
First one for Rail. Got
nice.
it.
Wow.
5 for Rhiannon Rail tonight.
She's put in some good senior minutes tonight.
1 more for Rail. Won't go. Rebound McChesney.
Lancers back on defense.
McChesney open 3. Short.
Nice.
Good rebound, Rachel
Boy,
Shazer.
acrobatic. No, Abby, careful.
Here's Emily Hine. She'll slow it.
Yeah.
Oh, she's open
There
for the
it
3.
is.
Emily Hine 3. It won't
Nuts.
go. Shazer
Rachel.
has the rebound. Turnaround shot.
No.
It won't go. Rebound Schemenauer.
Uh-oh.
They want to
got
run back
2
the other
on
way.
1.
Here's Byer. Danny Byer. Good
Oh.
steal by Emily Hine. Gets it.
Yeah.
Oh, good give and
Yeah.
go.
Oh!
What a play.
That was so nice, Abby Nauman. So unselfish.
Oh, it was
well
a beautiful
done.
give and go. A 7-point lead for the Lancers. McChesney,
Incoming.
3. Got it. Tessa McChesney hits the 3.
Lancers easy up. Get
That's-
it across.
That's 7 now for McChesney. Lancers up 2. Or 4, I mean. 58-42.
No.
Oh, stolen by Knowlton. Knowlton wants to go back the other way. They're going
Abby,
to get Abby
she's
Nauman for the
done.
foul, and she has fouled out of this game.
Yep.
Both players go down hard. Knowlton drove
they're both
herself
all right.
into Abby Nauman, but Nauman didn't have her feet set. Becca Nauman's going to have to go into the game here.
Yeah.
Abby Nauman fouls out of this one. She had 4 for the Lancers.
The best game we've seen Abby Nauman, a yeoman. She has taken the battle to him, and she played. Because if you guys were watching out there very closely, Knowlton was coming down, and she had her elbow in her chest all the way down the floor. So this is, she played a physical, hard game today.
2 shots for Jalen Knowlton. Got the first. 19 for Knowlton. If McDonell wins, she's certainly the player of the game.
Oh, yeah, with, just on tenacity alone.
Even 20 for Jalen Knowlton. It's a 2-point game. Here's Emily Hine across. Hine, oh, she picked up her dribble, gets it to Shazer. Shazer wants to try to get down on McChesney. Oh, boy, a bad pass. And here's Byer by herself
careful.
to the basket. Oh, good defense
Nice
by
defense.
Emily Hine.
Yeah, just the right kind of defense.
Just stood there and straight up. Timeout called by
And the Lancers and
The Lancers.
Wisleys. They weren't going to make it across that timeline.
full timeout. And Jim was calling for that timeout for a while, Matt. Oh, my.
Oh, yeah. I've got plenty of service here.
All right, so no texts for the text line today. But hopefully you've been watching this one, and
it's been an
it has
entertaining
been
one, huh?
An entertaining, exciting game, I'll tell you what.
Well, I was thinking about, that we would keep like a 16-point lead, 18-point lead through the most of the game, and I could tell some stories. But story time's over. That root crop vegetable is orange, so that's it for your hints. It is orange and a root crop vegetable. Can I give you any more specific?
I think I actually eat that vegetable, Matt.
You do. And there it is. 3 texts coming in. Here we go. Let's see if one gets it in there. Oh, there they go. A whole bunch of them. Oh, we've had tons.
We've had tons. And you, what have you been doing, Matt Shazer?
We just saw it. Get service now. So bang.
Well, folks.
All right.
Well, folks.
We apologize.
Folks, Matt Shazer is obviously not in mid-season form
What,
here.
my phone isn't. Here we go, Lancers.
Okay, Emily Hine across the timeline. 2-point game. Float pass. Shazer. Shazer tried to get a bad pass to Meyer. She saved it, but Verbeek had it. Now back the other way. It's Knowlton. She'll drive into Emily Hine. She got it, and this game is tied.
And she knew that she could do that to Emily Hine because Emily can't do anything about
Emily
it.
Hine lost it. Knowlton. Jump ball. Oh, boy.
Beats. Close. I like the 4-1-4 on beats. Corn, no way.
Let's
Corn,
see.
go Lancers.
Now, wait. The referees are
Carrot.
having some kind of a discussion here. I don't know what this is.
We've got to give it to the Krauses in Marquezan. Excellent carrots. You probably knew that right off the bat.
It's just a jump ball. And here it is. Verbeek. This game is tied. Josie Verbeek. Fans trying to get into it here. Verbeek open for three. Got it. It rolled around and went in. A 3-point lead for McDonell.
Boy, that Lancers really got to get a quick score here.
Cara Meyer, turnaround, shot, got it back
Nice
the other
going.
way.
We can't let them stay ahead of this game. They will bring a slow-down game. They might even do it now.
13 for Cara Meyer. That was a big one there. 1-point lead for McDonell. We'll see if they try to slow it. No, for Bick. Three. She was wide open for it.
My.
And she hit it again. That's the
That
fourth three in the game
can really
for Josie
play the game.
McDonell has hit 10 threes today.
And the biggest lead they've had all game.
It is a 4-point lead, their largest. Shazer. Bounce pass Becca Nauman. Turnaround shot. It won't
No
go.
can do.
Rebound Danny Byer. 2:13 left. And timeout McDonell.
Right, because they're going to talk about their stall game now. With 4 points and a 4-point lead, yeah, they'll be stalling. All right, I have to give credit to the 9-2-0 on Carrots, too. You're actually in earlier than the Krause jump, so the 9-2-0, nicely done.
Oh, then we got our explanation of
the vegetable question. Janelle, keep pace with us here. That was
oh, that's terrible.
257, I don't know.
Yeah, Matt, she sent that. She
I'll
sent
tell
that
you
a half hour ago.
Yeah, I know.
This is not her fault.
And it's nobody's fault but my phone's.
All right, Matt. What is it going to take here for the Lancers? You know they're going to play that slowdown game. Do you look to foul early here?
Well, who are you going to foul with? What, are you going to bring Rachel up out of there? Emily's got to stay in the game, and she can't foul the top stuff. Abby Nauman is the, would have been the elder. Abby Bernthal can come in and play that tenacious defense, but she's got 3 fouls too. So she only has really 1 more to give or 2 more to give. I would probably think the option is Abby Bernthal.
Yeah. McDonell has it. Yeah, and you see she's out on the floor, as is Bartles, and that's key. Players that aren't in foul trouble right now, and I think that's exactly what Jim is thinking here. If you don't get a quick steal, that you're going to look to foul here, but you don't want to foul Knowlton.
No, or Schemenauer, really.
They'll fall
See,
back.
they're in their spread. They're in the corners.
Yes, they are. The 4 corners. You have to get out and foul here. Verbeek's a good shooter. Oh, she can't get the call. And then they call that on rail. 1:53 left. Schemenauer will go to the line.
Yeah, well, pick your poison between Schemenauer and Verbeek. Verbeek hasn't missed anything. She doesn't even, she's a freshman and just playing like a freshman. Doesn't get too much of the willies. She's hit some nice shots.
4-point lead here for McDonell. Schemenauer makes the first. 5-point lead is their largest. And you see the offensive players now are going to come in, and I think you're going to see this flip back and forth
for the
now.
rest of the game. It's going to be a offense-defense. Lancers had to do this towards the ends of the games.
Missed the second. Rebound, Cara Meyer. 5-point game. Now, do you go down and get a 3 here?
Oh, you just get your 2s. You get them as you can.
Emily Hine gets it out to Rail. Rail for 3. It won't go. Rebound, Cara Meyer. Shot. It won't go. Tipped. Oh, and they're going to give that one to McDonell.
And were they going to give it on a foul?
They are going to give it on a foul. They're going to call a foul on Cara Meyer. Oh, boy. 1:37 left. Down 5, and Schemenauer to shoot 2. And, Matt, it's going to take a miracle here.
And Cara with 4.
It's the 4th foul on Cara Meyer. Both teams double bonus. First one goes for Schemenauer. It's a 6-point lead for McDonell. Second one won't go. McChesney got in there, and she stepped out of bounds trying to save it.
Oh, they're still going to press the Lancers.
They want to fall back here.
I was going to say.
I think now you get a 3 if you see one.
Yeah, and actually I'd work to get Emily a 3.
Emily Hine goes for the quick 2.
Right.
She got it. 4-point game timeout, Lancers.
They've got to press, so we got to call a timeout. We put in our people to press, and away we go. Got to get that ball back.
Well, and that's a good play there. You get the 3 unless you can get the quick 2 like they did just there. You don't take a lot of time off the clock, and now you can get your defensive unit in there. And, yeah, you're going to have to foul right away. 1:25 left. It's time to come back, but you've got to get a couple fouls, and you got to get some missed free throws.
Yeah, we let this game slip into the same scenarios that we've had in the last couple games, is where we're down by a couple points in the end of the game, and we have to do this flip-flop and transitional stuff from defense to offense. And it's, frankly, we've watched a couple games. It just hasn't worked out with the Lancers. They've played close games to almost everybody. This one actually is a shame. Think about it. With just a little bit more, I think we could have kept the screws on them, and the turnovers are the things that are really hurting us. So we've got to get McDonell to pressure them on this ball right now and get this ball back. Because if they get it across the timeline, they're going to go into the 4 corners, and they were trying to eat 40 seconds off of this clock. Because I think they've been clear with them. Do not shoot that ball.
McDonell has their 5 best shooters on the floor, too, as is smart. You got to get the foul right now. There's Josie Verbeek. Not making much of an effort to get the foul. Josie Verbeek, you got a foul. Emily Hine does it, though.
One.
And you don't want her to do it. That's the 4th on Emily Hine.
Yeah, she really didn't have one to give, but...
So now Josie Verbeek will go to the line. Boy, she had a nice game, Matt. She has 12, 14, 18. The freshman, Josie Verbeek. Make it 19. She makes her first free throw. 5-point lead for McDonell. 1:14 left in the 4th. Got the second. An even 20 for Josie Verbeek.
Tell you, it's getting long now. We're going to have to go for a 3 and get it across this line. The fact is they're going to just pressure us.
They just get it across. They have got to just do something here. Emily Hine passing to Shazer. Shazer shot in the paint. High up the glass won't go. Tipped around. Cara Meyer rebound won't go. She's fouled, though. She'll go to the line. 52.3 seconds left. Lancers down 6. Lancers had a 16-point lead in this one early, and they've watched it slowly melt away. They got off to a good start here in the 4th quarter. But McDonell has come back. That was the 5th foul on Knowlton, so Jalen Knowlton fouls out, but she had a big game. Oh! First one won't go for Cara Meyer. Jalen Knowlton hit 5 threes.
Yeah, Knowlton had a second half.
She had 21 points to lead all scorers. Second one won't go. Rebound. We're going to have a foul on Emily Hine, and she's going to foul out.
Falls on number 12, Emily Hine. That's her 5th personal.
It's a shame it's Emily. It's not a bad foul. That's the foul you have to take on that play. It just didn't have to be Emily Hine on that.
Yeah.
Checking into the Lancers, number 44.
Emily Hine fouls out. She had 14 for the Lancers. It's going to be 2 shots here for Josie Verbeek. First one goes.
She has been perfect from the line
She
today.
did miss just one.
She missed one.
But she's
right,
7 of
right.
8 from the line.
Yeah, that's
22 points for Josie Verbick as she makes the second free throw. What a game for the freshman. That pass stolen by Schemenauer. 8-point game.
Brandon, just get out there and foul them. You got one to give.
Verbick dribbling around nicely. Byer is fouled. 32.7 seconds left. And this one looks like it's going to be in the books for McDonell.
Yeah, it sure is. You just kind of, I've been thinking, Joe Meyer probably would have been helpful here towards those last 2 quarters. It just seems that the Lancers just couldn't hold on and play their game.
Danny Byer misses her first one. I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to give the player of the game to Josie Verbick, the freshman.
Because of some of that end play.
Hitting big free throws, and she's a nice player, and
Yeah.
she's going to be somebody to watch in years to come for this McDonell program. Cara Meyer takes the long jumper, won't go, rebound for Bick. And they ought to just let her go, but they'll foul here with 18.2 seconds left.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if we can maybe get a word with Verbick after this game.
Oh, you think you're gonna?
I don't know.
They're gonna run out of here. I'll
They
tell
may.
you what. Yeah, they're gonna get their skates on and leave fast.
22 for Josie Verbick.
It almost feels like they stole this game away from us.
23. Missed the second one. And Verbick, boy, she got in there to even get that. Oh
yeah,
my.
she's quick off. She's a ball hawk.
9-point game now. Closing seconds of this one. Shazer in the corner. Shazer will take
Might
the
as
three.
well.
Got it!
Is that a three-pointer?
Rachel Shazer hits the
Yeah,
three.
that's amazing.
But this one is over.
Man,
McDonell wins this one 65-59. Lancers got off to a big lead. They fought back after McDonell tied it, but in the end, too much Jalen Knowlton and too much of the freshman Josie Verbick. And that's how this one ends.
whew.
Lancers fall to 7-6. McDonell improves to 5-11.
Yeah, I guess all you can say is it was a non-conference game. Outside of that,
You got the wireless mic.
the cost factor will be low for the Dairyland. It's a tough loss for the Lancers. So Rob's going to try and make it down to the floor here and see if we can't talk to some people. I don't know. You get that thing set up and.
You're gonna have to tell me if I'm on.
All right.
I don't have an earpiece, unfortunately.
Well, we'll wing it with you.
All right, am I on?
Yes, you are.
I am?
Yep.
Live? Okay, well, don't worry about
All
the
right.
earpiece.
I'll cue you in on it. All right. Hey, we did have lots of texts from a lot of people out there, Seattle area and the Washington State area, all hailing their champion Seattle Seahawks. So congratulations and thanks for all the texts. Sorry they didn't come in sooner. Must have been heavy on the airwaves there. Rob's chasing it around. You got to be a little bit upset a little bit on this game. Personally, from the father standpoint, I just felt that, we've seen the Lancers, and I've seen them enough this year that this continues to happen. And, you can talk about it as injuries. Had Joe Meyer, might have been better off. But, frankly, there's a lot of lessons learned here in this loss and a lot of good things that the Lancers did, except the score with 65-59. They've turned the box off, and here we go with Rob and a little conversation with the coach.
All right, guys, I'm here with Jim Sitto, and Jim, kind of blocking yourself from the camera view here. Jim, you got off obviously to that big start today. Couldn't hold on. How does the team kind of feel right now, do you think?
I mean, they're frustrated, but reality. McDonell's got good guards, and they handle the ball well, and then they started making some shots outside. And obviously, we tried to shut down. I think we did a pretty good job on number 11. But Jalen Nolan made three three-pointers there, and then that 21 came out of nowhere and made some three-pointers. And then we missed free throws. I mean, it was basically an even ball game. We missed free throws. It was just garbage time at the end.
How much do you think you missed Joe Meyer tonight?
That was very huge.
All right, well, Jim, thanks. Tough one, but hang in there. I thought you saw a number of pretty good things go on today.
I mean, the girls competed. We've got different skill sets at different levels here, and yeah, Joe Meyer's huge. She's an integral part of basically everything we do, and she'll be fine. We'll be fine once she gets back.
All right, thanks, Jim.
Yep, thanks.
All right, Matt, back to you.
Yeah, Rob, that's it in a nutshell. There are varying skill levels on this team, and it's fun to watch them play, but it's also frustrating sometimes too as well. Jim really called it out really well there on that. I totally agree. So next up for our Lancers will be February 11th. Eau Claire at Independence. It's an away game at 7:30. It's kind of a shame we can't get on the road anymore. But maybe if you can find a friend or something who will text you. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going. And then after that, we have our Valentine's special, Spring Green at Emmanuel Eau Claire. I'm sure Clay will be in the booth here doing the camera, and we'll get back to our kid broadcasters because I'm not going to be here for Valentine's Day, although it would be interesting. I don't know much about Spring Valley, so that's what's coming up for the Lancers. Independence will be an important game on Monday. We've still got a shot in the small Dairyland to kind of crawl back in there. Beating Independence would tie us. I think, Independence is 7-2. We're 5-3. Now in conference, so it can get us crawling back up there. This is a fun team to watch. Don't kid yourself. Stay with us. They're just going to be an interesting team to go. You get your frustrations and your ups and your downs, but you kind of got that feeling in that first half that if they do gel, they can hang with any other team as well. So I don't know if Rob. We do have a.
Matt, I have
Nice.
our player of the game, Josie Verbick, 23 points. You were, I believe, 8 of 9 from the free throw line. How'd the win feel tonight?
Really good. We really needed that win. Yeah.
Now, it looked like it was a pretty physical game out there, and it looked like you really adjusted to that in the second half. Is that something you talked about in the locker room?
Yeah, our coach was pretty mad at us. So she actually left the room, so we had a talk with our team, and figure it out.
All right, so do you kind of see this game then as a game to kind of propel you then for the rest of the season? Big comeback for you.
Yes, definitely. We played really good, and we haven't gotten a lot of wins, so we really needed that to make us.
All right, well, Josie, great job. I hope we don't have to see too much of you playing like you did against us, but great game and congratulations on the win.
Thank you so much.
All right, that's our player of the game, Josie Verbick.
Hey, love the booth!
Oh yeah, hey France, did you see the boots? You got to be digging.
So there
the
she
boots on
is.
her.
She's just a freshman, so we're going to see quite a bit of her, Matt. Unfortunately for us, I suppose.
But she's fun to watch, and nice interview too as well, Rob. Good job on that. Real nice. He's wandering around. We'll see if Rob can find out there at this point. He's talking to it. So, I don't know. He's got the others telling about the nationwide audience, I suppose, as well. Let's see. For the Lancers in the end, if I've got some stats here that I can give you, it looks like the Lancers were led by Rachel Shazer in points scored. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, we just did not do much in the second half at all, points-wise. Rachel had 6 points in that second half. and not a lot of scoring because we just didn't get it. Cara Meyer actually led all scorers in the second half. That's when she lit it up. She had 8 points, 9 points in the second half. So we just couldn't get it going in that second half. And I think it is hunger for McDonell. They couldn't really afford another loss here. And so kudos to them. Well, Rob.
I was hoping to get a word with Shannon Tanzer, but she went up to talk to the radio station, the Max broadcast, so weren't able to get a word with her. But Lancers really had a chance. That would have made it 3 in a row against McDonell. That would be unheard of.
Yeah, I would. Unprecedented, I would assume.
I think though we saw a bit of everything, Matt. We saw a lot of the positive, a lot of the good things that the Lancers do, and we saw a lot of the really bad things that the Lancers do, kind of all wound up into one game. I mean, this game was really sort of a snippet of the entire season for this team. You see why they're a 7-6 ball club.
Yeah, it's a snippet of the season when they're playing somebody that's tough. Now, so you go to some of these teams where they're not as tough, and then those little things that we do wrong don't tend to hurt us. But any time that we're getting close, your Leva Strums, your Independence, your McDonald's, that's where this team starts to suffer, even towards the end. It's nerves or they just don't believe it. And it's really kind of a shame because I look at them and I think they can. If we can see the good Lancers, I still am excited about what this team can do in a run in the playoffs.
I mean, there certainly is talent on this team, and you're right. I mean, they get Joe Meyer back, who I talked to her father during halftime. He sort of expects that she's going to be back on Tuesday. But, you get her back and you get everybody kind of hitting on all cylinders. Once you get in the playoffs, all you got to do is get hot. So,
yeah,
it's a tough loss. It is a non-conference loss, but that doesn't hurt for the conference.
Yeah, and overall, even as they're going to get ranked and seeded, this wasn't that critical of a game for Manual. Would it maybe have been an arguing point if we had won this game further down the road? Possibility. The bigger game right now is Independence on Tuesday.
That's going to be a huge one.
Yeah. So if I do go, I will kind of let you guys know, and I would send out text to anybody who was interested if I make it to the game. It is going to be a good game. That's one of those I wish we could get on the road and do, but that's just not going to happen this year. Maybe next year for the road stuff. Clay's shaking his head. We're starting out small with the students doing it. I'm loving it. I hope you're liking it too, fans. It certainly was enjoyable to be up here with you, Rob.
Yeah, it sure was. And it's a shame that, obviously, I'm here at Emmanuel to be a seminary student, and some of that work I kind of put that on the back burner for all the games that we did last year, and just kind of couldn't do that. And also, though, the bigger picture of it was wanting to get the students involved, wanting to make this more of a student thing. But certainly, Matt, it was nice to step up here again today, and hopefully there'll be some opportunity to do this again.
Oh yeah, there will be. You'll see us up here once in a while, but if the reins are being handed over to the students, when you do talk to them, help them out and let them know how you feel about it, because it's still a very special thing that we get to program these games and get them out to you, and we want to make it better, and working behind the scenes, Rob and I, to work with the students to get them better too as well. So thanks for hanging in there with us. Most enjoyable once again.
Yep.
Wish we could have brought you in, but wrap it up here, my friend.
We'd like to thank everyone involved with the broadcast today. Sam Lesak and Jonah Albrecht provided us with stats today. Clay Bobeck was our cameraman, and of course our producer is Aaron Gullerud. For Matt Shazer, I am Rob Sowers. Once again, the final score today from Eau Claire. McDonell wins 65-59. Good night, everyone.
Good night.